So what is the best online business for introverts? Well, let's find it out in this video. Hey everyone, Matt Giaro here, and this channel is for introverts and content creators who want to make a living online. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So with that being said, I have been in the online marketing space and in the online entrepreneurial kind of space since almost right now 10 years. And there are, of course, some big mistakes that I have made and that I have made, to be honest, pretty long. And especially if you consider that I'm an introvert, which you may be also, else why would you be on this video? So with that being said, there is one thing that I want you to understand. So most of the people today, what they are doing is basically they pitch you an opportunity. Okay, so you are basically pitched every day with new opportunities, how to make I don't know how many dollars per hour, per week, per day, per month, anyways, so many things. And what I found is that one of really the biggest mistake that you can make is just thinking about the opportunity. And to be honest, it is quite hard, especially if you want to make and if you need to make money fast, right? So the worst thing is basically to start off with just having like the money goal in mind, even though it may sound a little bit weird, but the thing is that if you want to really make money online, you shouldn't think at the money at the first thing. So the first thing you should really focus on is liking basically the process, which means the daily task that you will have to do inside your business, right? And this is why, as I told you, the biggest mistake is that people basically dissociate the opportunity from their personality, right? And people, rather than focusing on their strengths, they are just sometimes like focusing on their weaknesses and trying to become good at where they are not pretty good at. So let me just draw this out here, and explain it to you in another way. Let's say, for example, you have to basically you're going to compete on a race, right? And here is basically this is basically the starting point, and this is basically the arrival, right? So the thing is that if you start basically with your weaknesses, right? Well, then you are going to start from right here. But what if you just can capitalize basically on your strengths? Well, the thing is that you're going to start way ahead from the others, which means that the distance to arrival would be easier basically to reach, rather than having basically to find out everything by your own and a lot of try and error. And the thing is that once you're going to see a lot of try and error, the thing is that you're going to switch to another business, and then it's exactly the same thing. Like you make one step ahead, and then you take two steps back. And the thing is that you cannot succeed like this, right? So this is why it's really so important to really understand that if you are an introvert, so if you are an introvert, the thing is that don't even bother thinking about like launching businesses where you have to get a lot of human interactions. Okay, because this is not how we are wired. This is not like betting on our strengths, right? So what are basically our strengths? Our strengths are basically having enough time and a lot of time in our day where we can be on our own, which means where we can just let me. Oh, it doesn't look like a brain. Let me just erase this again. So the thing is that we want a lot of time basically thinking, being able to think about basically some creative output that we can create. You see what I mean? And the thing is that you really have to take this time in order basically to be successful online as an introvert, right? So you have to find something that will basically give you this time that you need to be basically productive. And what if you could base all your value creation at this time when you're on your own, right? Where other people may be like delivering online, delivering, sorry, value more by basically being able to be around people and pitching and so on, and calling, cold call, cold outreach, and all this kind of stuff, right? So this is basically why I like content creation so much, because content creation really helps you to be like most of the time, so let's 90% of your own, right? And then just coming up with content. This may be podcasts, this may be videos, this may be some like email, plain text, any kind of stuff where you're just creating something, and where you are basically having the time to really take all like the mental all like your mental thoughts, and being able to provide value to others, right? So the thing is that you are not going to be great at cold outreach, even though I'm not saying that every introvert is bad at cold outreach. No, I'm just saying that why would you try to do things where you're not good at first, and really like hurting yourself and beating yourself up, and I have to do this and I have to do that. The thing is that by doing those kind of stuff, you're just going to procrastinate. You will basically procrastinate, which means you're not going to enjoy the process. You see what I mean? And this is really all it is about. If there is like one thing that you just have to take away from this video, is do what you are meant to do. Basically do and bet on your strengths. Okay, stop chasing opportunities, stop chasing basically or pursuing basically a business just because the monetary but the monetary aspect on, or how you are going to be pitched to this opportunity, right? You have to understand like what are basically my strengths, and how can I build something around this, right? Rather than focusing on my weaknesses and trying to eliminate as much weaknesses as I can from being successful in that kind of business model. So let's talk about quickly about e-commerce, right? So e-com is, to be honest, frankly, quite interesting. I have done e-commerce by myself for 3 or 4 years. And the thing is that, to be honest, what pisses me off at e-commerce is a lot of things. First, that you, as an introvert, basically, you have to deal with suppliers, right? You have to deal with suppliers. You have to deal with shipping agents, and so on and so forth, right? So basically, human interaction. I want to to basically get the human interaction as down as possible, right? And my real value is not like finding the new next products and blah blah blah, because to be honest, I found it for myself not stimulating enough, because my brain need a level of stimulation. My brain need basically new information that I can process, and that I can basically use to create something new. This is what my brain needs. Like, I mean, I was bored like hell doing e-commerce, right? After like finding the new product, or basically being able to really add a lot of value to the product, I was just bored and freaking bored. Okay, this is why I wasn't able basically to continue e-commerce, even though I was making 6 figures. So the thing is that to be honest, I preach and I help like introverts like you creating an online business based on content creation, because I found it's the best for myself. You see what I mean? So this is like just the reality. And if you want to basically get a business plan to how to create basically a content creation business, well, then you should check out the PDF. This is the first link in the description. You're going to get basically the business plan that I follow in my business in order to create successful businesses online by simply creating content out of something that basically lights me up, right? So with that being said, you can just grab the PDF by clicking the link below, and by subscribing and getting the PDF, you're also going to get my daily emails where I'm sharing you a quick tip every day in order to help you through your journey. So with that being said, guys, I see you inside the PDF and also inside your mailbox starting from tomorrow. And yeah, feel free also to subscribe and to hit the like button if you got any value from this video. And with that being said, I see you in the next one.